Hi everyone, this is Amrendra. I am back with another LeetCode problem. Today we are solving the hard complexity problem, which is LeetCode 41, first missing positive number. So what the problem states is, given an unsorted integer array nums, return the smallest missing positive integer. It means that we are provided an integer in an array which is nums. So we have to look through all the elements in the array and identify the minimum integer which is not present in the nums provided array. It seems from the by looking at it, it seems very easy. But the problem, another statement is that you must implement an algorithm that runs in O(n) time complexity, and the space complexity should be O(1). So it means that we can put one loop or one or multiple loop on n, because if we are putting multiple loops on n in different levels, so one loop is of time complexity O(n), another loop is on time complexity O(n), another loop is on time complexity O(n). If we will add them, it will be n plus n plus n, which is 3n. So O(n), O2n, O3n, O4n, everything is the time complexity of O(n). And also we have to make sure that we cannot declare any array or the array, but we can declare integer or a float or such type of variable to which has the constant space. So let's go to the solution. Let's take an example of array which contains 4 elements. The first element is 3, the second number is 4, third one is -1, and fourth one is 1. So first of all, we have to identify the first missing positive integer. So what I will do, I will use the because here I will remove all the negative number first of all, because if we will remove all the negative number, then we can use positive and negative flag as positive and negative number as a flag to whether this particular number is found or this particular number is found or not in the array. So in first loop, I will put a loop and convert all the number into remove all the negative number and convert it into 0. So here, if you will see that first element or first number is 3, we left it as it is. Second number is 4, which is also greater than 0, so we left it as it is. Second number was -1, so we convert it into 0, and the fourth number was also positive, so we removed it, we leave it as it is. We did not make any change in the fourth element as well. So only first one number, which is -1, we convert it into 0. Now we will put the second loop and we will update all the indexes of the number, because so here, let's say, so we will go through each and every element in the example and explain you in a better way. So let's say there is a item, first item, which is 3. So what we will do, we will update the third position with the negative number. And if the number is 0 or 0 by, it is by default 0, which is in the input, or by converted into the negative number into 0. So if the number is 0, then we will use the number as negative and the current position of the number. So current position of 3 is first, second, and third number. So we will use is -3. We will update the value of 0 as -3. So we will identify that this position is already covered or already found in the array. So now in the similar way, we will go through the second element. We will look through second element, which is 4. So 4, we have to find the fourth element. So third is the first element, 3 is the first element, 4 is the second element, -3 is the third element, and 1 is the fourth element. So what we will do, we will update the 1 to -1, which is the fourth element of the array. And again, so again the element is -3. So -3 we don't need to change because we are not changing anything. And the fourth element we found is -1. So any number that we are finding, so actual number is 1, because anything if it is negative, it means that that position is because there could not be any negative number, so we are converted into absolute number, so we will consider it as +1 and +3. So third position is already visited, so we will go to the fourth position, -1. So -1 is we will consider it as 1, and first position is 3, so we converted the -3 as 3 into -3. So at the end, so after completing this loop, we have all the indexes which are present as the negative number. So whatever is the remaining number is positive, is the missing indexes. So so in the step 3, we will return the first position of the positive number. So here the first position which is positive is number 2. Now again we will change the input. Let's say that the element is higher than the current index. So in the another example, we change the 4 into 9. So here, if we will take 9 as an example, so 9 is the element which is outside of index, so it will not convert any of the number. So, and because it is outside, because in any of, let's say there is a 4 element in present in the array, so maximum positive number which is missing could be the total number of item plus 1. So let's say that all the array item is 1 2 3 4. So even if we have 1 2 3 4, then the first element which is missing could be 5. So it could not be more than that. So any item which is higher than the index, we will ignore it. Here is the, let's go to the code. So here the function is the first missing positive number. We will get input nums, which is the array of integers. We will go through each and every element, and we are, if it is greater than 0, then we are keeping it as it is, and if it is less than or equal to 0, then we are considering it as 0, which we explained in the steps 1. In the second step, we are taking the absolute number of the current index, and we are updating that position as the negative of the current value, or if it is 0, the negative of the position of the value, because so 0 cannot have a negative. So if we will go to that position, so we will not be able to identify whether we have updated it or not. So if the value is 0, we are updating it with the negative of the position value. So in that loop, we are updating everything. And in the third loop, here what we are doing, we are going through each and every element, and if any element is greater than equal to 0, then we are considering that element as the resultant result, as the first missing positive number, and then we are just returning the uh, the item, that particular integer number. And if all the numbers are positive, then what we are returning is, we are returning the +1, the total length +1. Reason being that, let's say, as I explained you, let's say there are 4 item in an array. So maximum first missing positive number could be 5. So even if, let's say, 1 to 4, all the elements are there in all the 4 element, then the first element missing will be 5. So which is the length of the array +1. In that way, we can solve this problem easily, and I hope everyone understand this solution. If not, you can put it in the comment and I will explain you further. Thank you. Thanks a lot.